It really sucks that I just decided to make this series now, but let's get into another prospect video, guys. Today, I'm going to be talking about Stephen Halliday. He is from AX, Ontario. He is 6'4", 209 pounds. He's a center who shoots left, and he is third-year eligible. That's basically his NHL draft eligibility. And currently, he is playing in the USHL for the Dubuque Fighting Saints. I'm sorry if I pronounced anything wrong. I am a terrible, terrible pronunciation guy. But either way, let's get started. He basically sat through two consecutive NHL drafts without hearing his name called, unfortunately, but has built a very, very good case that he should be finally selected this year. After 3 seasons of showing very minor improvements, he had an excellent season in the USHL this year. In his fourth and final season in the United States Hockey League, Halliday was dominant. He scored 95 points in 62 games, and that ranked second in the league. And then he doubled his point total from the 2020-21 season, which was 48 points, in only 10 more games, and set a career-high plus-minus rating with a plus 29, as well as winning the USHL's Kurt Hammer Award, which was given to the league's Gentleman of the Year, despite amassing 52 penalty minutes, but still good numbers, and obviously the award puts a lot of recognition kind of onto his name. And I felt that the first thing I noticed when I was watching his highlight reel, which again, I put it for all the prospects, it's going to be in the link below, is his size. He is 6'4". He's over 200 pounds. He towers over most of his opponents. He has some great skills that are typical of someone with his size and has a good track record of physical puck battles and a heavy net front presence, but he also has some traits that are uncommon for such a big player, such as his surprising speed. His shot was underwhelming through his first few years, but his sheer strength has helped improve the power of his shot. And skating was the biggest issue that many talent evaluators had with Halliday's game in the past, but he has clearly been working on that as his stride has smoothed out a bit, but I would still consider him a below average skater. And his speed has improved enough that he is tough to stop or knock off the puck when he's getting into a straight line. And part of his success this season was due to his physical maturity in comparison to most of his USHL opponents, but Halliday's improved skating and shooting are the biggest reasons he took such a big step forward in his development, honestly. And he has committed to play for Ohio State University in the NCAA next season. And I honestly believe that he can cement himself as a legitimate NHL prospect if only he can show that his offense and skating are good enough to keep with the collegiate level. This is Halliday's final chance to be drafted, as his July 2022 birthday makes him ineligible for the 2023 NHL draft. The remarkable improvements that he has shown this season, paired with this being his last chance for an NHL team to claim him, should lead to Halliday being selected in the later rounds. I would say somewhere between maybe the 4th to 7th round by a team willing to give this double overage player a shot, and I would guess that he's finally selected in the 5th round, because a lot of people have said great things about him. Greg Brown, which is the head coach of his team, which is the Dubuque Fighting Saints, he said that, quote unquote, he's a big kid, which allows him to protect pucks very well, so he can extend plays because his puck protection is so good, end quote. And FC Hockey staff, which is of course working for FC Hockey, said, quote unquote, straight line skater, does not have great speed, but has enough to make his size difficult to play against. Solid on his crossover, but could use more drive and keep his feet moving, end quote. So, based on the quotes and based on the video I've watched, I have given him 4 strengths and 2 weaknesses. I think that his strengths are his large frame, his straight line skating, his playmaking, and his good shot, but what needs more work is his agility and his defensive positioning and instincts. But his path to the NHL would be as a depth forward who can bring a physical presence to a team while chipping in with some good depth scoring and not being a liability on defense. He has all the tools to be that type of player, but what remains to be seen is if his skating will be good enough to get him there, as I expect that he will be a great AHL player who can be trusted in a depth role on an NHL team. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.